Hello everyone, I am teacher EJ from Kangaroo Study. There are many parents or students that has never heard of NMOS or do not know what exactly is NMOS. So to save all of your time doing the research online, in this video, I'm going to talk about the basic of the NMOS. So I'll separate the content into three parts. In the first part, I'll talk about what is NMOS by giving the introduction and the basic information. And then in the second part, we'll see why NMOS is important to us by knowing what can we get from the NMOS and the metal standard. And finally, we'll talk about how do we prepare for NMOS by discussing the key topic and the preparation method. So now, let's start our first part, which is what is NMOS. Alright, let's see. So NMOS, which is also stands for the National Mathematics Olympiad of Singapore, is organized by NUS High School in partnership with the Singapore Mathematical Society. So you might start wondering, who is eligible to join this competition and when is this competition? Don't worry, let me give you all the details that you need here. Alright guys, let's talk about the number of participants and grade. So NMOS is open to the primary 5 students only, and every year there is approximately 3,000 participants. And then for the competition venue and date, in this year 2025, the school are to conduct the competition on 15 July in any 1 hour 30 minutes from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. So now that you know that you are eligible to join NMOS, so when and how do we register for it? Alright, I'm here to tell you about the registration detail. The registration period typically falls between March and April every year. So in this year, the registration period is from 7 March 2025 to 7 April 2025. All participants have to register via their primary school, and school have discretion to select their student for participation. And remember that no individual registration will be allowed. You don't have to be worried. Most schools will notify their students about the NMOS competition. If not, please approach the school mathematics department for registration. So, is this competition free to join? The answer is no. The registration fee per participant is $24 and there will no refund if you withdraw from the competition. So once those registrations are complete and our young mathematicians are officially signed out, so the focus now shifts to the competition itself. So what do they face and how are their effort measured? Let's dive into the score distribution. So now, take a look at this table over here. The first column is about the question, and the second column is about the mark per question, and the third column is about the number of questions, and the fourth column is about the subtotal score. So we can see that there is 10 questions from question 1 to question 10 that has 1 mark, and 10 questions from question 11 to question 20 that has 2 marks. And 10 questions from question 21 to question 30 that has 3 marks. And final 5 questions from the question 31 to question 35 that has 4 marks. So there's a total of 35 questions and the total of 80 marks. So all the questions will be short answer questions, which means working step doesn't count toward the marking scheme. And no calculator are allowed for the competition. So now, understanding the scoring is the key. But the real excitement comes with the recognition of the achievement. Now, let's talk about the reward and how NMOS celebrate the success of the participant and the school. So, for the result announcement of this competition, it is typically released within 10 working days after the competition date. So now, what reward can the children get from the competition? So first of all participants will receive a certificate indicating their achievement level such as gold, silver, bronze, honorable mention, or participation. Then, a certificate will be awarded to the top performing girl for each participating school in NMOS, provided that she achieved at least a silver award. And lastly, a trophy will be awarded to the top 20 school teams based on the combined score of the top 4 scorers from the same school in the NMOS competition. Alright guys, now that you have understand everything about NMOS, let's see why is NMOS important. Why do so many people participate in this competition every year? What they can get from NMOS? Alright now, let's see. So there's a lot of benefit you can get when you participate in NMOS. But let's talk about the three main benefits here, which is the admission to NUSH, boost DSA application, and a pathway to the training squad of International Mathematics and Science Olympiad, which is also known as IMSO. Alright, let's dive deeper into each benefit here. So for the admission to NUSH, based on the information that we have from our students in Kangaroo Study, the student who achieve top 20 in NMOS will receive a confirmed offer directly. Even if you don't get a confirmed offer, by participating in NMOS, it can help to prepare for the NUSH DSA written test, as the question will be similar. Next, for DSA, not only NUSH, but many other prestigious schools, except for Hwa Chong Institution, recognize NMOS gold and silver medal as a strong achievement. And finally, for IMSO, the top 20 winners of the NMOS will qualify for the IMSO training squad, and the top 12 from the squad will be selected for the national team representing Singapore at IMSO. Wow, they are really proud to be able to compete on the international stage. So now that you know the gold medal, the silver medal, so how much gold do you need to able to get those rewards? So now let's see. There is approximately 3,000 students participate in NMOS every year. Only the 1.5% of students, which is around 40 to 50 students, can get a gold medal. Then the next 6% of students, which is around 200 students, will get the silver medal. Now, I would like to talk about the approximate score boundary for each reward. To take note that the score boundary are based on the Kangaroo Study internal data and do not reflect any official evaluation criteria. So the full marks of NMOS is 80 marks. So in order to get top 30, you will have to get at least 60 marks. Next, you will have to get at least 40 marks to get a gold award and 20 marks for the silver award. So understanding the prestige and the award associated with the NMOS competition make it clear why it is such an anticipated event. So for those aspiring to achieve the gold or silver medal, merely registering isn't enough. There's a lot of knowledge points that you have to understand before competing in NMOS. The journey to success in NMOS began long before the competition day with thoughtful and strategic preparation. Now, in the final part, let's see how we can prepare for NMOS. So, I've summarized the key topic of NMOS as a question for year 2024 in a table based on the module. We can see that the words problem and the geometry has a very high question distribution of 26% and 23% respectively, which means you have to really focus on these two topics when you're doing the revision for NMOS. Now, let's take a look at another table over here. So this is the detailed knowledge point for each module. The knowledge point that highlighted with blue color means that it is learned in primary 3. Pink color means that it is learned in primary 4. And white color means that it is learned in primary 5. So you can check whether you have understand all of these knowledge points. But how do we check that? So you can check this by doing the past year exact question that has been categorized based on each module from year 2021 to year 2024. There's a lot of resources for this, and if you can't find any of it, don't worry. So at Kangaroo Study, we provided NMOS all-in-one practice book. This book consists of the past year question that has been categorized based on each module. There's a lot of the practice that you can do after the learning. So when you're doing the revision, you might face some questions that you answer incorrectly. So what can you do here? Don't worry, let me teach you. So what can you do is to organize a correction book. So when you did some question incorrectly, you can copy down the question and you will need to correct it by tomorrow. Then write down the summary and the knowledge point for the question. But why do we need to organize a correction book? This is to check whether you can answer the correct that you got wrong before. Next, it can help you to summarize your experience by knowing the characteristic and the solving method of a question. And finally, it can help to review and the consolidation. So now, to prepare for NMOS, the next preparation that you can do is by doing the past year paper. So, when should you do it? So my suggestion is that you can start doing the past year paper after the March holiday. But there is a lot of past year paper. Which one should I do? Alright, so you can do the past year paper from year 2016 to 2019 and try to do 2 sets of past year paper each month. You might be wondering, what can you achieve by doing the preparation as mentioned just now? Now, let me show you the achievement for our students here in Kangaroo Study. So in 2022, there are 16 of our students participate in NMOS, and one of our students named Ding got the first place in IMSO. So there are 4 gold medals and 8 silver medals out of the 16 students. In 2023, our students obtained 17 golds, 5 silver and 2 bronze. And finally, in the previous year 2024, our students obtained 10 golds, 9 silver and 3 bronze, with 1 student in top 10 and 2 students in top 20. Wow, what an achievement here, right? Finally, if you want to collect the NMOS all-in-one practice book, or if you face any difficulty during the revision, you can scan this QR code to join our WhatsApp group. Our teacher will help you with your problem. We have worked through the entire NMOS journey, from understanding its significance, navigating the registration and the scoring system, celebrating the well-deserved award, and outlining the vital steps for the preparation. Ultimately, this competition is more than just a test. It is a powerful platform for our young mathematicians to discover their potential, embrace challenges, and build a lifelong passion for learning. We encourage all the eligible students to seize this incredible opportunity. So that's all for this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.